Well, I had Greg with Mineral Springs Tilapia was asking for an update, which he was asking for an update on how the heater was working, and so I'll just tell you guys that now. The heater is working excellent, wonderful. The thermometer here, 78.6, and that's just a testament of it was got up to 65 degrees outside today here in the greenhouse. I don't know, I should set up my recording thermometer to see just how hot it got in here. I know it gets warmer, but the fact is the last few nights it got down to 30, I think, a few nights. Now we're talking 30 degrees for a couple hours, but still it's pretty cold for us down here in Houston. And there's no insulation in these walls. You just got plywood on the walls, hardy plank on the outside, double pane windows. So no insulation other than just that basic stuff. And it does get cold in here. If I didn't have the tanks in here, it would get cold. But the heater kept up. I've got the controller over here set on, the controller is set on 78 degrees. And I had to set a variance of 1. You can't set a variance of 0. So I give it a variance of 1 below. And it pretty well holds the temperature. The lowest I've seen it get was like 76.8 when it was about 30 degrees outside. So the controller works very well. And I mean, it's super simple. You know, I've got the inline heater like I've showed y'all. It's just plugged in here in the sump. And water has to flow past it. It has no choice in the system. It has to flow past it, so it works very well. But other than that, the system has been running flawlessly now for at least a week. Let's knock on wood here. But I really think, as silly as it sounds, my issues with overflow was just that stinking pipe, you know, spilling over the back like it shouldn't have been, but it was. So everything else is working really, really well right now. Now I'm only running, 400 gallons on this heater. So, well, it's actually working well enough though. I've been able to take the aquarium heater there that we had in the tank. That's just a standard aquarium heater. I think it was 300 watts or something. It's the biggest one we could get for an aquarium heater. I took it out. I don't need it. So it's working great without it. But like I said, it's only running, this tank, it's this 330 gallon tank. It looks like it's running about 315, 320 on the fluid level in it. And you see 300 on this tank over here and see where it's at compared to this one. This one's just a hair lower. And, it's like it's a 315 at least. And then each of the barrels is 55 gallons, but of course they're not completely full. So you call it, that'd be 210 if they were all full, plus 315. That's over 500, so 400 is a very conservative estimate. At least 400 gallons, and it's working great. Haven't got my electric bill yet, but I expect it to be higher, so I don't really want to look at it, but it'll happen. But otherwise, super simple system. Anybody could build this. It's another one of those things that you see everybody do it on YouTube, and you want to try it, but you're not sure. You think you might mess something up, and there for a while I was losing hope when it kept spilling over, and I really couldn't figure it out. And it turns out to be as simple as just that pipe, popping out and spilling over the back. So right now, everything else is working great. I don't think there's anything else I want to cover, but no, I mean the fish are happy. I did have to hook up. We had this pond pump in here that y'all saw in the prior videos with a light on it, and I had it just plugged in so it was staying on 24/7. And anytime that it got dark, it has a sensor on it. So anytime it was dark outside, I was turning the light on. But that means the light was staying on all night long. So I unplugged it, but then I'd come in here to feed the fish early in the morning and late at night, and they were all asleep. So tonight we had to actually come out here and plug it in, just turn the light on, and then we left the light on for about 30 minutes, came back, and they were all up top, all swimming around wanting to eat. So I plugged it back in, but I put it on a timer, so it'll kick on at 5 in the morning. That way when I come out here about 5:30, the fish are up and swimming around, they'll be ready to eat, and it'll stay on until 8 o'clock at night. So I'll get an afternoon feeding when I get home from work, and then I'll get an evening feeding before we go to bed. So keep them fed, keep them fat and happy. But other than that, everything else is going good. Y'all have any questions on it? Like I said, I pretty well copycatted Greg's design from Mineral Springs Tilapia. Maybe a few minor improvements, but yeah, y'all have any questions, any ideas, any ideas for improvements? I'm open to hear it. But let me know what you think.